You hear me? Yeah? Right. Okay, can you hear me? Yeah, great. Right, so to start with, we play a game in our house called What Am I? So I'm going to describe an animal, and I'm going to give you 3 clues, and then put your hand up if you think you know what it is. Okay? So firstly, I have got sharp claws. Okay? So you've already got it. Well done. Second, I have got sharp teeth. Well done. And mummy. Maybe. Third one, you would find me in places like Africa. Hang on, wait a minute. What am I? Say it, shout out if you know it. You think it's lions? You think it's lions? Lions? It is, it's a lion. Oh, now lions, they're really furry, aren't they? They've got all fur around their house. Around their head, sorry. Who would like to cuddle a lion? You'd like to cuddle one? One of those wild ones that you find outside, you'd like to cuddle one. Do you think the lion would cuddle you back? No, I think the lion might eat you. Do you think it might do? If it was a nice lion, maybe. But lions usually are not known to be cuddly, are they? They're a bit fierce. Do you think they're a bit fierce, Lola? Yeah. Are they quite fierce? Yeah, lions are quite fierce. Now, I'm going to tell you a story from the Bible, because who made lions? God made lions, okay. God made all the animals, and in this story, it's how God used the lions, okay. So in this story, we're going to talk about a man called Daniel. Who are we going to talk about? Daniel. Okay. So Daniel lived in Babylon. He'd been taken there, and he worked for the king. Now, the king loved Daniel because Daniel was a really good worker. Okay? Daniel loved God a lot, and he was a good man, and the king could trust him. Now, sometimes that made the other people a little bit cross and a bit jealous because they wanted to be like Daniel. They wanted the king to love them. So they had a plan, and they were going to find something wrong with Daniel. So they watched him really carefully. They spied on him while he was doing his work. Oh, does he go home early? Does he go to bed when he should be doing his work? But you know, they couldn't find anything wrong with him. He did everything right in his job. So then they thought, now we know Daniel loves this God of his. We'll find something like that and we'll trick the king. So do you know, so there's something Daniel did 3 times a day. He would go to his bedroom and he'd open his windows, and do you know what he would do? Anybody know?
He'd pray.
He would pray. He would pray to God. Does anyone know what praying is? Just an aside. What is praying?
It's like worshiping God.
You pray to God. It's worshipping.
Talk to him.
You're talking to God. That's how we talk to God, is praying. So he would go 3 times a day, he'd open his windows, and he would just tell God everything, and he would ask God for help and for strength. Okay? So he would do that 3 times a day. So these people thought, we've got a plan. We're going to go to the king. And they went into the king, and they said, oh, King Darius, we love you. You're great. Do you know, we think everyone should think you're great. You should make a rule that people can only talk to you and they can't pray to God anymore. Do you think that's a good rule?
No.
That wouldn't be a good rule. But the king thought, oh, I like the sound of that. Everyone talking to me? This sounds good. I think we'll do that. And so the king signed this thing. For 30 days, only people can pray to me. They can only talk to me. And then he put this special seal on, which meant that law could never be changed. Never, ever. Not even the king could change it. So then he thought, oh, this will be good. So then, what do you think those men, who did they go straight to see? Who's not going to listen to this? Who do you think?
The king.
No, the king listened. They went to Daniel. Oh, now what's Daniel going to do? Do you think maybe for 30 days he could just not pray, couldn't he? He could just not do it for 30 days, and then 30 days and he'll be fine. But Daniel didn't do that. He went straight to his room. He opened his windows. He didn't even hide. And he prayed to God openly for everybody to see. So those men who didn't like him, they ran straight to the king and they said, King, you know you made that rule that people can't pray to anybody else other than you? He said, oh, yes. And you know you said anybody, I forgot this, but anybody who prays to anybody else will be thrown into a den full of lions. So anyone who prays, and the king said, oh, yeah, I did that. Well, Daniel, the one that you really, really love, well, he was just praying to his God. And the king thought, oh no, what have I done? I know, I'll try and change it. So it says in the Bible, he worked all all day, till the sun set, all day he worked. And he looked in all the laws and he tried to work it out. But no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't change it. Because Daniel had prayed to God, the guards came and they took him off to the den of lions. They opened the stone and inside were these big, hungry lions. They hadn't been fed. And what do we say at the start? What did they have in their mouth?
Teeth.
Sharp teeth and sharp claws. And they said, right, Daniel's going to have to go in. So they put him into the den full of lions. How would you feel if that was you going to be put in that den?
That's sad.
Sad? You'd be angry, yeah, you might be angry. How dare they throw me in a den of lions? You'd be sad, scared. I'd be really, really scared, okay? So,
Just try and get off and I'll just fight.
yeah, well, it doesn't say Daniel did any of that. He just went in this den and they put the stone over the top. Oh, do you know the king? He didn't sleep all night. He was so worried. What is going to happen to Daniel? What is going to happen? And he didn't sleep at all. He said he couldn't even eat anything. He had no fun, okay? He just stayed awake worrying about poor Daniel. Then in the morning, as soon as it was light, he ran down and he said, Daniel, are you okay? Has your God, who you trust, kept you safe? Did he hear anything? Have those lions eaten Daniel? No, he said, King, live forever. I'm okay. I'm not harmed. My God has kept me safe. So quickly, the king said, quick, get him out. So they pulled him out. And do you know, there was not one scratch on him. Nothing at all. An angel had kept those lions' mouths shut all that time. Isn't that amazing? Not a scratch on him. And do you know, it says there was no scratch on him because he trusted in his God. Who did he trust in? Did he trust the king? No, that's it. He still prayed. He trusted it was going to be okay. Now, hopefully today or tomorrow or this week, none of us are going to be thrown in a den of lions. I don't think so. Do you think that's going to happen to any of us? No. But we have things that we have to do that sometimes are scary. Sometimes we don't want to do them. Sometimes things that we know are the right thing to do, but we really don't want to do it. But do you know, if we trust God, all those hundreds of years ago when Daniel was put in this den, because could God have stopped Daniel going in the den? Could he have stopped him having to go to the lions if he wanted to? Could God have stopped it? Yeah, but Daniel still went in the lions. So today we've got that story so we know how powerful God is. So we can trust God no matter what. If we honour him, he will always keep us safe. And we can always trust God. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah? Brilliant.